Back to News First. Former Senator Bob Klitzkie remains unconvinced that a corrected certificate of title involving the disputed seminary property is legitimate, despite a memorandum issued by the AG in which he says land management followed the law.
It's too little, too late. It opens up more questions than it provides answers. It's wrong on the facts. It's wrong on the law.
Former Senator Bob Klitzkie is referring to a memorandum that was issued by Attorney General Elizabeth Barrett Anderson. At the request of Department of Land Management Director Mike Borja, the AG clarified that the agency did follow the correct law when it corrected a certificate of title for the disputed Redemptorist Mater Seminary in Jotnia.
That doesn't seem right to me, and I'm going to find out what happened in between there, because she went back on her own advice.
Klitzkie says the AG initially advised Borja to file a petition with the Superior Court of Guam to correct the error that was made on the title. That error occurred last year, October, when the Archdiocese of Agana published in its newspaper the certificate of title to prove that they still maintain control of the multi-million-dollar property. The problem is the title was missing a deed restriction that many in the Catholic community believe deeds the property away to a third party. Instead of filing a petition, Borja, at the advice of Assistant Attorney General Kristen Finney, relied on a different law that would allow duplicate titles to suffice in correcting a mistake.
Could it be all just an innocent mistake? Perhaps Kristen really didn't know that there were duplicate copies out there, and then maybe a week or two later found out from Jackie that there were. Do you think? That's
what I mean. It's wrong on the law. You could have triplicate copies. That's not what the law provides. The law at 21 GCA 29-195 says if there's an error, etc., in a certificate of title, you don't fix it by erasing or whatever. You fix it by petitioning the Superior Court to correct it. Anything else does not follow the law.
I see. So whether or not they had duplicates, that was the way to correct it.
That's an interesting but inconsequential and irrelevant fact.
In fact, Klitzkie says he's suspicious of the way the events transpired.
And I maintain that the declaration of deed restriction is both a deed and a restriction conveying ownership of that property from the Archbishop to the seminary corporation. So not having that memorandum or not having that memorial on there was key. And I can understand why the Vicar General wanted to put that on the front page of the Umatunasi Jews. The Director of Land Management, in a couple of his press releases, Mike Borja said, we take the utmost care and integrity, etc., in the papers that come out of the Department of Land Management. I've seen that more than once, and I saw it in his last release, and today is, after all, April 1st.
And you can read more online at pacificnewscenter.com.